Greetings, everyone. Greetings. All right, let's get into this. Okay, this is for the sign of Cancer and viable Cancer placements. Okay, I'm having to get this done because schedule's a little tight this week, so I'm a little behind, but I'm trying to knock all of this out so I don't have time this week to be editing. Okay. Hi, everyone. So we are going to tap right on into this. I thank you so much for your time. Okay. So we're going to look into the Taurus traits for you, Cancer signs, and what's transpiring for you. The particular traits that we're going to be looking into are your financial security, the best path. What is your beliefs about your self worth? Your most valued possession, your recommended pleasure outlet in the month of May, and your hidden discover, your hidden or undiscovered talent. Okay, we'll then clarify with the tarot. We'll get your recommended ritual, your best financial outcome, and then we'll get the overall outcome for the month of May. So all the cards have already been shuffled, the energies have already been cleared. Cancer signs, let's tap all the way in. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. This is my second time trying this, so welcome, my dears, to you. Okay. As I keep doing this, I'll get better as time goes on, right? So let's tap right on into this. First thing, what is the best path to financial security for my beautiful Cancer signs in the month of May? Wow. Well, one touched and the other three are down here for the other energies. So the brawler. Cancer coming out swinging. Okay, so your best path to financial security is to go all the way in. Fight if you must. Fight for your life. I mean, you got to fight for your life to party like the Beastie Boys, but to confront things. Your best path to financial security is to face things head on, to be fearless in the way in which you're going about doing things. So kudos to you. Okay, next for the energy of what's your belief about your self-worth. You're poetic about it. Okay, you understand that life is like a beautiful sonnet. It's about relationships, it's about vulnerability, and you're understanding that your self-worth is tied into this as well too. So you're willing to take a leap of faith, and be poetic about the way in which life weaves us around. It seems as though we're all living in some kind of a song or sonnet, and that's kind of the way you see things too. Very poetic. I like that. Okay. Now, as to what's your most valued possessions, it is about the way you see things, and the way you energize and you kind of look at life as to how puppets, the being a puppeteer, your ability, Cancer, to manipulate the energies of others around you. Okay, you could be someone who use explanation, and people's nature and their emotions against them. You could be a bit of a puppeteer, right? The way you can weave a story or energies together, right? Your recommended pleasure outlet. At this point, you may be pulling gathering your resources together. It says miser, so you're a bit miserly, a bit stubborn, you're a bit inflexible. You might be wanting to restrain from doing things. So it seems as though there's a bit of sadness here. So you may need to do things to lighten your energy, lighten your mood. Things may be financially tight, so you, like I said, there is an energy of making sure that you spend things wisely, and you're being frugal as well too, maybe to a fault. So there's a need, perhaps, you're all here in all in case, all in circles. There are things that you can do for free that you don't necessarily have to pay for. The sun is, looking at sunshine is still free last time I checked. Taking a nice walk on the beach. I'm just looking to the right side of my office, and there is a painting here at the beach. So the good to walk, nice walks on the beach, walks in the park, walks in nature, all free. So you don't have to pay for that. Okay. What is Taurus's? Let me just say Taurus. You have to be dealing with a Taurus. What is the hidden or undiscovered talent for Cancer? He's cons. I've been fighting with them all night. Cancer, hidden or undiscovered. You are a cartographer. Okay, someone who perhaps you're into maps. You might like hidden treasures. You might have liked to, as a child, you might have been a little Dora the Explorer fan. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. So you're enjoying yourself, you're having a good time too. You're exploring. That is a hidden talent about you, that you are a cartographer. You may be a person who draws really well, takes good paintings, can look and remember path as well too. You don't get lost easily. I'm seeing someone with a photographic memory too. And you may be a bit of a perfectionist. So Spirit wants you to be very aware of burnout, and the fact that can work against you. So be careful of that, okay? This is for the month of May. You might be pushing yourself tremendously. Take your time. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Scholar. Always a learner. Beautiful. Investigating research. So you're a scholar and a cartographer. Good for you, right? So let's see now. We're going to clarify here with the tarot. Not to move things around here a bit. Okay. Tarot's already been shuffled. The energy's already been cleared. Let's get to it. Let's clarify the brawler for Cancer, right? Okay. You're a freedom loving fighter. You're a freedom fighter. That's what I'm seeing now. Okay. So your path to financial success is about the fact that you're fighting for your financial freedom. Okay, you're a brawler, and as it pertains to your ability to do Knight of Wands, to search, to travel, to go on your quest, to be able to have that freedom to do things that you want to do without having financial constraints. So if it means you got to brawl, I'm hearing crawl before you ball. You're putting in the work, the elbow grease to make sure you can have that flexibility to be able to do what you want to do, eventually here with the Knight of Wands energy. So freedom, you are a freedom fighter and a financial freedom fighter at that. Okay, this is that's how you're looking at the security. So what you can do, this is your energy, right? Cancer, Neptune, Queen of Cups. You can do what you want to do, to have that look. Speaking of a walk on the beach, right? To have that freedom. Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. So you're fighting it for your financial freedom so you can have it all. The comfort to be able to do what you want to do, and to be passionate about what you do as well too. You can't, it's like the best of both worlds. You can't lose with that one. Clarify the Poet, and that is of course about your self-worth for the sign of Cancer. Two came out and I will take them both. Okay. Right? So you're a poet. The poet knows, you got to know, you follow your intuition when it comes to relationships. So you might have had an inner knowing about a relationship and when it was to walk away from it. And that was showing yourself the value that you had for yourself. You weren't going to allow, you looked at it as poetic justice as well too. You may not have been treated right by this kind of person that is here. You've already moved on. And when you did, you intuitively knew when to do so as well too. So you're the high priestess. You stepped into that energy. You had that inner knowing, okay? And your inner voice lets you know what relationships are good and when it is to leave. So you follow your intuition when it comes to these things, okay? Um, this also tells me, though, that you also know your self worth, okay? In a relationship, you want to be vulnerable, but you don't want to have anybody take advantage of you, okay? Not appreciate the value here that you have here with the Queen of Cups as to what you bring to the table, too, right? Okay, your most valued possession. We have here the puppets here, right? Okay, yeah. Look at that. In a world where everybody wants to, everyone is here trying to do whatever it takes to win at all costs. With the Five of Wands, there's a lot of competition. You are able to. You've already convinced three out of the four here. The only one that's sticking out their arm is this one. The others are all holding on. Do you even notice both hands? They're all holding on tightly to the wands. It's a competition. So you have already convinced by being a puppeteer. You're like, listen, Sally, listen, John, listen, James. You really don't need to win this. If you do this at the regional level, you'll actually disqualify yourself now at the national level. So you've puppeteered and gave them explanations as to the reason why they shouldn't try their best in a competition where you are competing against them. This is how you work. So you are a wordsmith, and someone who can manipulate people extremely well, right? And this is something that it's a gift from the divine, but I'm here. You've got to know when to use it and when to use it well. Don't they say don't abuse your privileges, okay? All right. Let's clarify the miser. This is the pleasure outlet. Right now you might be a little bit stubborn and inflexible because of financial constraints. Okay. Yeah, Knight of One. You put up boundaries as to when you're going to go out, perhaps who you're going to go out with as well too. You want to have a pleasurable outlet, but I'm hearing you don't necessarily, would you kind of feel isolated? And this is coming to my spirit now. You kind of feel isolated because you really believe at this juncture that people don't get you. They don't get you. You're vibing at such a high level. You're kind of cocooned from everybody else that is outside of you, and so there is not a sense of the fact that you have any reciprocity from an emotional or conversational level. You feel as though that there is no meeting of the minds. And this, of course, just turns you off about the entire enterprise of having to go out and be I'm hearing among fake and phony people. You're not interested. You don't want to have to deal with that and put up the defenses, and then they think that there's something strange about you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, right? You're already, look at that with the Seven of Swords. There's always something sneaky about people. People are deceptive. You're like, yeah, I really don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to turn into my shadow side where I'm having to puppeteer people. It's I'm hearing it's not something you like to do, but you do it because you have to. You believe that you have to contend in a world where people are already cheating anyways, and the odds may not necessarily be in your favor. Okay, so with the cartography, the hidden talent that you're a cartographer at the crossroads, you're exploring your options, you're looking into everything, right? You want to do so, but again, you don't want to be tied into anything that is toxic. So you're looking, the devil came out in reverse, right? You're not necessarily interested in any kind of energy where people are going to, you know, push you into addictions, into temptations, you know, try to bend your willpower to theirs. You're not interested in any of that. You just want to, be around energies germane. I'm hearing germane, where you are there and you're just being. You're here to enjoy the 3D. You don't want to be tied to any, I'm hearing, I don't want to be tied to any dense energies. So it seems as though in the month of May, because of how your mindset is, the Eight of Cups, look at that. Your mindset is you're willing to walk away, Eight of Cups, and then, things that no longer serve you, so that you can focus on your passions here with the, and your creature comforts here with the Queen of Cups energy. You're really not interested. The divine will intercede on your behalf two times this month here with the high priestess and the devil. You may feel as though that there is some kind of energy that is trying to tempt you, hence the reason why you have the Knight of Wands here as well too. You're putting up some defenses. You might be creating foundational barriers, putting up protecting your home, protecting yourself, protecting your family, and not only emotionally but spiritually as well too. You're putting up barriers, you're putting up protection because of how the world right now seems so uncertain to you. You're really just focused on this financial freedom and what's next, okay? And getting the creature comforts in. You want everybody in your life to have look at that. Because what at the foundation you see things. I'm hearing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. So you're seeing things from a different point of view. You have that energy. You've learned about the fact that life has some crazy consequences, and the aha moment has happened. The light has gone on. You surrendered to the universe, right? There was a song by a group called Chicago. Most of you young kids probably never heard of it, but there was a line in one of the songs that they had. It's a paradox full of contradictions, and this is how you kind of feel about the walk that we have here in this life too. So let's see what ritual is recommended ritual for cancers in the month of May. I think you're going to be my last reading because I'm getting tired. Okay, be very clear, spirit. Okay, there's a manifestation. You're working on a manifestation. There were two that turned over, and you're divinely guided to do so too. So the numbers for those of you who are numerologists, we have you stepped into your power too. So you don't give a rat's patootie about what anyone has to tell you. You stepped into your power. You are being divinely guided. Okay, you're divinely guided. Number 11. Okay, so there's almost like a justice energy, and then you have 24 for manifestation, which gives us the six. Okay, so far we had a six of swords. So six is of relevance to you. And of course we have five here and nine too, and then the devil's gonna be dealing with it, Capricorn, as well too. So you have here 1124. You'll be seeing 1124 on the timer. But you are being divinely guided, okay? And in your manifestation as to how to co-create with the universe, you can have that financial freedom to move on. I'm hearing to live your best life. You're not worried about none of this nonsense here on this plane. You are co-creating with the divine. You're making sure, like the heaven is a place on earth. You day in heaven, love us. You're making heaven a place on earth for you. Good for you. Okay. What is your best financial move for Cancer in the month of May? Best financial move for Cancer? Just do it. Bam. Just do it. Procrastination will not bring you any success at this time. This is the best time to put your plans into action. Just jump into it and just do it. It's a matter of time to just like just like the commercials say, you know, communicate, right? Communicate cleverly. Do what you need to do. Set the plan in motions. Fight your fight song. Do your fight song to get your money too, and so that you can create your heaven on earth. And what will be the eventual outcome in all aspects of this for Cancer in the month of May? If they just do it and tap into that divine guidance and the manifestation. All right, let's see. Your wishes will be granted. Beautiful, beautiful. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's exactly what you need. Isn't that what the divine always promises? What are you going to have? You're going to have yourself a breakthrough, my dear, right? And Spirit saying, no matter what, be here now, be present. It's very important to be present. Let tomorrow take care of itself. You're not interested in tomorrow, you're interested in being in the here and the now. And my dear Cancers, unless I see any questions, I'm going to move on to the next one. I may just give it a break for the night. And I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next audit. All the best.